So this is a very special episode because I'm actually live in Watercolor, Florida in 60 degrees when it's snowing back home with the one and only Jimmy Burgess. So I'm looking forward to this episode, Jimmy.
Hey, what's great about this, Rajiv, is it's one thing to do it through Zoom, but even just like the last hour and a half with sitting with our marketing team, just appreciate all that you bring to the real estate community as a whole. And man, I feel smarter than I was an hour and a half ago just getting to spend some time with you. And we've got a great episode for you guys today because what we're going to do today is we're going to go through 4 artificial intelligence apps on your phone that you can utilize to increase your efficiency, also give you the ability to do your business at a higher level and serve your clients at the highest level. So, Rajiv, my favorite is number 4 is the last one. What about you?
Me too. Wait for 4, man. I'm telling you, that's my favorite as well. So let's get started with number 1, Jimmy.
Great.
So, one of the things about ChatGPT is, by the way, the 2023 dictionary.com word of the year is hallucinate. So, especially if you're doing research, and you're searching for topics and I've started to walk away from Google because I've now used specific apps on my phone. And the one that I really love for this, and I have a folder, Jimmy, for AI apps, and this one is Perplexity, Perplexity. And it also works on your computer, but we're all on the go so much. Mm-hmm. So Perplexity, the reason I love it is any topic you search on, it actually quotes the references. So you can actually click on it and go to the source, so you will not see hallucination. No hallucination, therefore Perplexity is my app number 1, must have on your phone. So Jimmy, app number 2.
App number 2 coming in is ChatGPT on your phone, the app on the phone. So listen, obviously when we're looking at the desktop version or whatever you're using on your laptop, it has a lot of different features. At this point, there's a little bit of a limit. We're going to talk about some extras that are there. But for me, this is how I love to have it where I'm on the go. It gives me that capability. One of the things I've used it for specifically that has really helped my engagement on social media, and this will help some agents, is that I'm actually going in and I'm prompting in there for Instagram reel descriptions. So what I'm doing is I'm simply saying, act as, we go back to our RISE principle, act as a marketing specialist with expertise on Instagram, writing Instagram reel descriptions. I'm kind of doing that off the cuff, but basically you get the gist. I'm giving it the role that it will play. And then I'm stating that this reel description that I'm looking for is on a video about, and then I give the details. I give it all of those different things like we were talking about, all the information, all the things that it needs to really write that. And then I come in at the end and I give it something that, a call to action. So I want it to have a certain thing. So at the end of that, I will actually say, make this a description that encourages engagement in this reel through comments and people liking the actual reel. So this is what I've been doing. I've been utilizing this. There's so many other ways I use it, but that's one thing that I know that I've seen engagement go up about 20%. Wow. Just since doing this one thing. Now, it has some things in there that you want to watch because it always likes to say, certain words. So you want to make sure I'm adjusting that. Like we always say, anytime you're using any of this, make sure that it is compliant, make sure that it has the ability that it's going to be fair housing compliant, that it's going to give you the ability, it's not going to affect anything as far as RESPA. Polish it like we always say, but this is something that you can use on your phone on the go that will absolutely increase your engagement.
And Jimmy, most of the time we're with our phones.
Yes.
AI doesn't have to remain at a computer. It's going to travel with your phones. Right. And I think we're seeing more and more of that. The other thing is you and I are both paid subscribers. Mm-hmm. So all of the custom GPTs and anything else you're doing with the plugins don't make it to your mobile app yet.
Right.
But custom with custom GPTs or plugins, it's going to come. So if you have custom GPTs that you're using on your computer, they will flow with your phone. So I have a marketing GPT, and we'll do a whole episode on custom GPTs once the dust settles. But I think ChatGPT is a great one on the go to do stuff. A good case in point, one of our employees last day was Friday, and I was on the go, I didn't have my computer, and I had to write her a thank you, and I used ChatGPT to write it with her specific things I worked on with her, and just happened from my phone. So all that function flows, so that's app number 2, so good one, right? So the third app for me is Copilot. So this is a Microsoft app, and in case you didn't know, Microsoft owns a good chunk of OpenAI. So Copilot, the reason I love Copilot is, especially for people that are not the paid subscribers, Jimmy, for ChatGPT, Copilot is plugged into GPT-4. So you can download the app and actually use the search of Bing and GPT-4 for free and Copilot. So if you're not subscribed to ChatGPT for $20 a month, which is, by the way, the steal of the century.
Best bargain.
You can definitely use Copilot, and it is great for that use case. So that makes it to my app folder as well. So drum roll, please. And here's our app that we think is the best one of them all.
Yeah, and this is something you and I have been on for a little while.
Yeah.
Captions is the best app that I know of. Now, for a couple reasons. I want to get into a couple things that it does. I know you've got some specifics as well. If you've ever seen any of the things that are online now, as far as any of the TikToks, anything that you see on Instagram with Reels where you have the actual captions on there, it actually has the artificial intelligence that will listen and apply those. You've got different templates as far as the colors that you want, the size, the font, the different things there. That's just scratching the surface. That was what it was originally. Now, when artificial intelligence got involved, a couple of things, different things happened as well that they can utilize it for. The one that I love the best is the AI eye contact. So AI, artificial intelligence, EYE, eye contact. And basically what this does is a lot of people, they have a trouble to look into the camera like we're doing right now. Now, what the difference is that people will want to read a script. Well, you just start connecting with people. If the camera's here and I'm reading a script here, I'm not looking into the camera where I'm not connecting. So what they have is you record your video with you reading the script. You don't have to be looking there. You drop it into the AI contact, click on that button, and it moves your eyes where you're looking right into their soul. It's pretty amazing what it does there.
Yeah, until I discovered Captions, I had a teleprompter thing that was scrolling in front of my computer and trying to make sure that I'm not looking sideways. It has so many uses, and that's a paid app.
Yes.
And I purchased this for the year because I'm a guy for deals.
Yeah.
And it's $65 a year, I think, last time I checked, versus $10 a month. That's a good deal.
It is, and on top of that, they just keep layering things in.
100%.
One of the things that's great about this also is, and we're still trying to figure out, we've had some people, I was in Miami and I had an agent that said that they're utilizing it for this. You actually have the ability now, and I think it was last time I checked, like 36 different languages. Now, the problem is, remember the old, when you and I were growing up, remember the old Kung Fu movies, and they would be like, they would be speaking in Chinese or Japanese, wherever it was, and their lips would be moving, and then they would say, hello. And it was like it didn't match up and it was just distracting. Well, now what we have with this is they have the ability to convert my accent into the actual language. I choose the language. So let's say that I wanted to record a video that was in English and I wanted to then have that where it would be in Spanish. Yeah. Not only does it put it into my accent, but the artificial intelligence takes my lips and moves my lips where it's moving just like I'm speaking fluently in Spanish. It's pretty incredible.
Awesome.
So as we see this, we've seen this with, Josh with our group, we talked about this when he first came out. His grandparents came to this country, sacrificed to come to this country. They speak Spanish, he does not. So the conversations he's have been at a level where maybe they catch some certain things, but they've never been able to speak. Imagine the power of him sitting there, reading out heartfelt message to them and then speaking it in their language to them, what that does and how it creates connection. Now, think about that from these multilingual areas like South Florida or any of these areas where you have the ability to reach out to a whole different clientele utilizing captions. So, anything you want to add to that?
So Jimmy Burgess in Chinese, would that also go as fast as Jimmy Burgess in English? I'm sure it does, right?
That's probably bad news.
Yeah. So anyway, so captions, the thing I love about captions, all the reasons you mentioned, but also the focus on video, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much going on with video, and if you're not in the video game, you're like really losing, and captions are at the forefront of that to maximize the effort. So I think that's the reason why we think it's a timely one.
Yeah. So. We've covered 4 different apps. Listen, what we'd love is for you to get involved. Let us know which ones that you like. So whether that be if you're seeing this on YouTube, wherever you're seeing this, leave a comment below with what it is that you're utilizing, because we're learning as we go as well. And so we'd love to get your feedback on what it is that's working with you. We hope this has been helpful, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.